you and I have been in this business for a long time. And I remember 20 years ago when we were doing SMS texting, we thought it was the year of mobile. But we've advanced far more than that today. I think what's super interesting about what we're doing, and particularly with brands and advertisers, is that we're using T-Mobile first-party network data, right? So what does that mean? It's not cookies. It also means that as a consumer, I'm in my phone all the time. So we look at that as a much better indicator of who you are and your intent. And we take that data and we're creating audiences around it, particularly around app ownership and app usage, and have had great success enabling that with different brands and advertisers.
So what does that mean in terms of the platform and interacting with brands, agencies, the buy side? Explain sort of that scenario.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what we've done, and to your point, in a bit more of a measured way. First and foremost, internally we got the buy-in all the way up through our senior leadership team around the appropriate use of our data, right? So that's super important because we've got 100 million customers, and we want to make sure there's a good value exchange here. So we did that first and foremost. Secondly, is we made an acquisition of a great company called Pushspring a couple of years ago, which serves as our data management layer, right? So we realize that T-Mobile is, while we're experts in connectivity, we weren't necessarily experts in ad tech and advertising. So let's combine the best of an acquisition with sort of the best of what we can provide as T-Mobile. And so that serves as the base of our platform. And within that, we're able to take the first party data, create audiences around app ownership and app usage. Hey, I've got a lot of finance apps, so I've got a lot of travel apps, so I'm in a travel segment. Oversimplified, of course, but we use AI to create much more, targeted segments, and we enable it through the platform, and agencies and brands can use the platform to augment those audiences across any type of media.
So, what does activity with apps mean in terms of understanding intention and performance of TV commercials? Yeah. And what are you guys doing there?
I think what's interesting, we have a product we call our App Insights, and when you do a Super Bowl ad, sometimes it takes a few days or a month or even longer to see how that affects performance. But if you're doing a Super Bowl ad today on TV and you use our App Insights platform, right away you could see the impact of how folks are using your app, how folks are downloading your app. For example, we've got the shopping season coming up here in Q4. So when you're doing Black Friday and you do a TV commercial, we could see automatically, hey, here's the increased usage. People are spending 20, 30, 40% more time in your app. And we could create a direct correlation between that and the TV.
And Mike, finally, I wanted to ask about 5G. And there's been a lot of hype, as you know, by certain companies around availability. What is sort of the value, the opportunity around 5G for video consumption? I mean, it has so many different purposes, but as a video producer, I'm particularly interested in that. And around video distribution, consumption, what could 5G mean also to advertising?
Well, so what's interesting today, and I see this because I've got 4 kids, is that we don't have much patience anymore, right? So what 5G does, it just makes things much faster, right? And so 5, even 7 years ago, when there wasn't 5G, you'd try to download a video, or you'd see an ad, or you'd see a video clip, and sometimes it would stutter, sometimes it would stop. Today that's gone, and I think we've only started thinking about the opportunities there. But imagine, high speed, allowing you to do things like, hey, I could in a virtual reality type of way, I could try on this jacket, I could try on a shirt, I could look at this bicycle in 3D. Without the power of 5G, that doesn't happen. The other application, when without 5G, there's no autonomous cars, right? And when you have an autonomous car and you're not driving the car, the car becomes another place to consume media. So more opportunity for video, for high level content, and for different messages from different brands and advertisers.